Hey guys, this is Mallory Whitfield, aka Miss Malaprop, back for episode 2 of Ask Miss Malaprop. So today's question comes from Kelsey. She recently reached out via email, and she says she found an article that I've written called How to Make Money as an Artist or Crafter. She found it via Pinterest, and she wants some advice. She says, I've been itching to make a living by making and selling artwork. I know the mediums that I want to work with, but I find that I have trouble coming up with my own ideas. Do you have any advice for breaking through creative blocks? Yes, I do. First off, Kelsey, thanks for reaching out, but also there are no new ideas. I mean, there's not. We're all people. We kind of come from the same zeitgeist and experiences, collective thought. So take some pressure off yourself, first and foremost. I recently came back from Alt Summit, a conference in Salt Lake City a couple weeks ago, and artist Justina Blakeney, who is amazing, gave a great talk with Karen Waldron called Creativity and Vulnerability. I just shared all of my notes, including the notes from that session, with my email list as a PDF, and it's also in my Facebook group, the Badass Creatives, Miss Malaprop's Badass Creatives on Facebook. So first off, check out those notes because that's super helpful, because Justina talks about how everyone is creative and no one is creative. And the no one is creative really speaks to this. We kind of all use bits and pieces of other people's ideas, even subconsciously. Even when you think it's a totally original idea, even when it is totally original idea and you've never seen the other reference points, I guarantee you someone else has already come up with something similar. But that's not the point. So one of the points that really sticks with me after this talk and anytime this kind of discussion comes up is back when I was about 17, 18, I was doing the internship at the Shakespeare Festival at Tulane. I was doing a lot of theater back then. So one of my teachers, Jim Fitzmaurice, told this great point about William Shakespeare, right? He's the greatest voice of like humankind, pretty much. Everybody studies Shakespeare. Everybody knows what an amazing wordsmith he was. But the thing about Shakespeare is pretty much none of his plays were original ideas. The actual stories and plot points mostly were rehashings of stuff that the Greeks had written, of older stories. But the reason that we remember him is the way that he used language and the way that he told the stories. It's not the story in and of itself. Those weren't the new parts that were unique to him. It's the spin he put on them. So to break through your own creative blocks, Kelsey and everybody else, I would really encourage you to turn off the internet and stop paying attention to what everybody else is doing. This is totally something I have to remind myself to do all the time too. It's really easy with so much out there to feel like everybody else is doing it and everybody else has done it first and everybody else is like doing it better, but fuck it. It doesn't matter. Because nobody else has all the unique set of experiences and know-how and just like the weird way that your brain works, because my brain works in like a super weird way sometimes, but that's what makes art amazing, right? So take your brain, step away from the computer, and just start making stuff and start making it for you. And for the first however long it takes to kind of break through that mindset, just make it for you. Don't make it for anybody else. Make what your heart wants to make and just keep building upon that. And then start dripping it out there and see what people's response is. So like share a little bit of a work in progress on Instagram, or post about what you're working on Facebook, and just kind of like drips and see how people respond. Pay attention to your heart, your own creative soul, and get out of your own head. Note to self. I have to tell myself this all the time. So that's it. I don't know if that answered your question. I hope it did, but I think that you're going to be off to a great start. Just hustle, make it happen, do it for yourself. Make art every damn day. Bye.